What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Hey, everybody. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever's popping on social media. Before we get started, please hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell, and of course, make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me. I am losing my mind over here. Come on in, everyone. Make sure that you hit the like button on your way in, please and thank you. And if you can hear the sound of my voice and everything's doing good, go ahead, put your city and state in the chat. I'll give you a shout out real quick, and then we'll get started on the topics. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone that you see with a wrench behind their name, they are our moderators. Hey, trending at some point. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate all of y'all. They are our moderators, and they're here to make sure that you have a good time in the chat. So what is up, Philly, Indianapolis? What is up, Indy, New York City, Texas in the house? What's up? What's up? I see New Rochelle, New York. Come on in. New York again. Come on in. Monroe, Georgia. Philly. Hey, 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 California, London, UK, Indy again, Denver. All right, y'all. I love to see where you guys are coming from. Make sure you are hitting the like button on your way in, and also become a subscriber so you can chit chat in the chat, okay? Delaware, trending at some point, has her own channel, you guys. Go ahead and check her out, okay? North Florida, Georgia. Woohoo! We got some people over here. New Orleans. New Orleans, my favorite accent. Also my favorite food, too. I used to date a guy whose mom was from New Orleans. She's Creole. And I saw her mix some stuff up in the kitchen one day to get somebody out the house, child. It was all I could do. Now, she's never put anything like that on me, but I do know some things she was talking to me about. That's why I said Martell had a jar with an eyebrow hair in it and the beak of a chicken and a little Suge Avery pea in it, okay? Something going on over there with that one, okay? But listen, let's get it started, y'all. We're about to talk about these ladies right here. And then we got some guys to talk about too. We're going to talk about Kim from RHOA, her and Kroy. Y'all, Kroy has gotten himself into a little bit of trouble. It looks like his son called the police to report that his father was hitting his mother. That is some trash shit right there. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Destiny. Y'all remember during those last months, maybe the last season that Destiny was on the show, every complaint she had was about Love and Marriage Huntsville and the fans. Say what now? I mean, there wasn't anything that was going on in her life that she did not blame on this show. This is my real life. I don't know what's going on with these fans. I can't stand Melody. You name it, she said it. Listen, we're going to talk about what she has going on and how this woman is like a real nemesis too. She got a lot going on. She's not just educated. She had a lot going on. The stairway that Destiny has been trying to climb, she has climbed, okay? Then we're going to talk about, of course, we'll continue the conversation about Miss KeKe. She is now on Facebook trying to answer to Marsau because Marsau out there, basically, I said the other day that Marsau had kept it quiet and cute. He's talking now, so we're going to talk about him. And then Melody is just paying attention. I think she's just sitting back in the bushes looking, and that's okay too. So come on in, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about all of this craziness that is going on these platforms. Okay, let's give a Tammy Roman real quick. I can't. Absolutely none of us can. I saw somebody make somebody made that their Abby picture. It was hilarious. But keep coming in, and as you do, make sure that you hit the like button. Also, you can become a subscriber to the channel, okay? Or not a subscriber, a member, excuse me. Anybody that you see with a little S behind their name, they are members of the channel, okay? All right, let's see where to start, you guys. Let's see where to start. We're going to start with, I think, Kim and Kroy, since I brought them up already. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. A lot of my subscribers, when I was talking about Kim and Kroy at the beginning, a lot of people were giving Kroy all kinds of credit. They're still giving people credit. I was looking at some of the comments under the audio yesterday, and they said, Kim really took that man through it. She really wasted his time, his money. She never loved him. They were giving her all kinds of hell. I'll tell you what she never said. She never said that he hit her. With everything that was going on at that house, when she was calling the police, it was, he won't let me in the bathroom. He wants me to sleep in the hallway. She never said that he hit her. And when the police would come, she would ask them to leave and say, it's okay that he stays. Because one time the police was like, we're going to escort your ass out of here. And she said, no, don't do that. Don't escort him out. Everything is good. We're just having a moment. I just wanted you here to let you know that he won't let me sleep in my bed. He won't let me go to the bathroom. Like, how many bathrooms does that mansion have? Just one? How many bedrooms does that mansion have? Just one? Well, police audio was released of Kroy losing his damn mind. Now, just 2 weeks ago, the two of them were spotted out having dinner. I think it was on their anniversary, to be exact. Look, Dev said that she's a compulsive gambler. Oh, I'm sure she's a compulsive something, child. But what do we call it when you're putting your hands on somebody? Is that okay? I'm asking. I see some people are saying both of them are nuts. Let's listen to this audio real fast, because this is what dropped before the details of the 911 call. So let's listen to the audio. This is after the police have arrived at the house. Kim has locked herself in the car. She is in the car. The police get there. She didn't call them, though. Police get there. They are trying to, remove Kroy or have him calm down before they leave. They're in a nice, fancy neighborhood. And clearly, no, look, Deb said, was he arrested? Good question, Deb. Because I'm telling you right now, if this happened any place else, they would have arrested him. They definitely would stop giving him the warnings of, if we have to come back here. That doesn't happen in most places. In most places, especially if you come as many times as they've come to this house, you're arrested. But check out what's going on, and then y'all let me know if you thought that it was safe for the cops to leave, knowing that this man had this much anger in his heart. Just take a listen.
Ma'am, stay right there. What's going on tonight?
We're just having an argument.
About what?
About our life.
Okay, what happened? Why?
It's our life. It's destroyed.
Okay, what started the argument?
Her inability to solve problems.
Okay,
Or address them or do anything.
Come over here.
Why?
Because I want to talk to you away from her. I don't want her to start screaming at you and have a whole argument.
It's nothing but an act. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
What is?
Everything she does.
Okay, what did she do tonight?
Everything. Everything, dude. I can't. I'm not going to do this. Because this right here does nothing but fuel her. I'm not doing this. This is narcissistic behavior. I'm not doing this.
I'm just trying to figure out what the...
There's nothing to do. You shouldn't even be here. Who called you?
Your kids.
Who?
I don't know. Whoever's in the house.
Yeah, you've been outside this whole time.
What was the argument about?
Our life. Our life.
Okay,
and it's fucking destroyed.
Why is it getting so heated?
Because our life is destroyed. What don't you understand? There's no money. There's no house. We're getting divorced one day and we're not the next. Okay. She's fucking other men. What do you want?
Just calm down.
Calm down, but I don't have a fucking life. I don't have somebody who won't fucking listen to me.
Calm down.
Oh, calm down.
Okay. So do you leave that behind? They should have never left him there. Okay, I was asking, should they have left him there if The actual phone call that came in was that my dad is hitting my mama. That is what kind of threw me off, okay? It was a lot. Let's see. She broke that man. She's oof, oof. Listen, y'all. I love to see these comments, child. I'm telling you, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, they definitely should have made sure he left the house. And that you're right, that police officer seemed scared. They were scared of him. Calm down. Okay, come here, come here. I don't want you over near her. I don't want you over near her. But they didn't touch him and he was losing it. He was losing it. And they've had multiple calls from this house before, right? So when we're talking about the safety of women, what stays and what goes? How much privilege does one get in this situation? Do you think that if it was Offset and Cardi B, do y'all think they would have took Offset right on down to the police station? I'm asking for Offset. He wants to know. He said, would I have been taken to the police station? We get into it every once in a while. They said he's gone now, though. Looks like they've parted ways. They've parted ways. But I was just curious. So let me share with y'all what else was said, okay? Hold on. This is a conversation, though. At this point, I know that, Kim is a polarizing figure to a lot of people. They believe that she has done a lot wrong and that he is just reacting to things that have happened. That's what a lot of people feel. And then there's some people who, like myself, I feel like they were married for a very long time. It's really hard in that situation to say, were you completely taken advantage of? I don't know. I feel like when you were going down to the casino with your wife and signing for $500,000 for money to gamble, you got to take some credit for that too. I think when the money was good, it was good for everybody. And then when they fell off and they were broke, then it became a problem, and it's easy to point a finger. That's what I feel. But I'm just giving an opinion. Let me put my banner up. My opinion is no better or worse than any other. Okay, it's just an opinion. That's all. And I'm asking you guys to talk to me. I got 305 of you watching right now. So make sure that you hit that like button and join the chat. Okay, it's a good time over here. Let's see. LaDon said that I don't think that the cops were scared, but they did seem to kind of laugh. Well, I'm not playing the video part of this, but he was pretty physical in how he was reacting. He was, bouncing up and down. And what are you here for? At one point, they are trying to take him out. And he said, I'm not going no mother effing where. Who called you? That's when he was like, your kids. He said, what kids? He forgot he had damn kids. Who called you? Get out. This is my house, my situation. Kim has been saying for a long time that she feels that he clearly has had a mental break. And she's been asking, that people, respond to that. He's having a mental break. She still loves him. He's having a mental break. But at the end of the day, absolutely nobody knew that this was their reality. Do y'all think that it's easy to become this person like in a month or two? Or do you think that this was a slow progression, that he's been this person for a minute and we're just now seeing it? That's what I think. I think that he's been that person for a little while, okay? And that we're just now seeing it. I don't think that's something that just pops out of you. But anyway, it said that there was a report during the intense part of this altercation that led the police to visit Kim's and Kroy's house. The child informed the authorities that his dad was hitting his mom. That's bad. He's a football player, okay? Let me put that picture back on the screen. He's a football player. In the documents obtained by the Milton Police Department in Alpharetta, it said that the officers were responding to a dispute. It was a verbal dispute. However, it did turn physical, according to the 4 minor children, even though It was the son that called, and it said that it appeared Kroy may have struck him, and they also placed this in the police report. Now, if you guys recall, she would always ask that they be careful about what they put in the police report because she knew that it would become public. So she was always asking that they be careful about what they write. She's tried to protect him more than anything. Some people are suggesting that he may have CTE. Hey, I gave an example a little bit ago. How often could the police come to your home for this type of thing? Now, we remember that first call we heard, police came out and they said, if we come out a second time tonight, someone leaves the house. I remember that. So I was just curious, how are you guys feeling about Kim and Kroy right now? In the chat, I would like to know if you are still like, leaning toward Kroy's side, feeling like maybe he was provoked. I don't know if that's even fair to say, because I don't know. I don't think that I don't think we should say that abuse is provoked. But if you feel like you're leaning on Kroy's side a little more than Kim's side, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. If you feel like, listen, these two are exactly the same, put a 4 in the chat. And if you feel like you feel a little sorry for Kim, put a 6 in the chat, okay? Kim's side, or excuse me, Kroy's side 2, they are both the same, 4, and you are leaning on Kim. Go ahead and put a 6. All right. The 4s are coming in that we're looking at 2 of the same. That's what I see. That's what I see. Okay. Come on in, everybody. Thank y'all. 323 of you are watching right now. I see some support for Kroy. I see 1, 2, but most of you are saying 4. Nobody is supporting Kim, though. No 6s whatsoever, okay? 329 of you are in the chat right now. We are talking Kim and Kroy. You guys know them from Real Housewives of Atlanta. They got their own spinoff that was on air for many, many years. Don't be tardy for the party. And people had an opportunity to have a, up close and personal look at their family situation. And, some people really enjoyed the show. I didn't watch it, I have to say. It wasn't my cup of tea. I never thought that Kroy was that great of a person. A lot of people did like him, though. A lot of people did like him. Kroy, somebody said Kroy got duped by Kim. Kim's a hustler. Kim's a hustler. Okay. Anyway, a lot of people thought that Kroy was the one that got taken advantage of. Y'all remember they had danced. They think they did some sort of local Dancing with the Stars. And that is how they met. I think that Kroy was actually Sheree's dance partner, right? Kroy was Sheree's dance partner. He was out there twisting and shaking that tight bottom. And Kim liked what she saw. She was like, I'm about to get rid of Big Papa. And it's going to be me and Kroy all day, every day. And I think she might have had, how many kids did she have for Kroy? Did she have 4 more children? Does Kim have 6 kids altogether? I feel like she does. But Kroy became a household name. He didn't stay on the Falcons long after they got married. Let's see. If he puts his hands on her, then it is considered domestic A, regardless of what she has done to him. Right. He is upset that he's losing his fortune. And we should know what this looks like. Y'all watched Dateline before. Y'all know how people come up missing when somebody their fortune is gone, right? But he was a football player for many years. A lot of people thought that he had a lot of money. His career ended short. He didn't stay for long in the league. I think he ended up getting traded. And then I don't even think he was on the other team for 30 days before he left, before he got kicked off. And he didn't do anything more after that. He wasn't looking for a career in like sports casting or any of that. He didn't do nothing. His job was to sit around and carry Kim's purse, drive her here and there, and take care of the kids. He became a house husband. And a lot of people said, listen, Kim still spent all of his money. The show was called Tardy for the Party. And the way I understand Bravo contracts, the woman gets paid. The wife gets paid, not the husband. But I don't know. Tardy for the Party was not considered a Real Housewives franchise. It was a spinoff, but not a direct. Uh-oh, hold on. Did I see something about DJ Envy going to jail? Wait a minute. Oh, no. Nick said that was a false alarm. I just saw DJ Envy pop up and had a lot of writing on there. I thought they were trying to say they picked him up. But anyway, Kim ended up being the breadwinner for many, many years. Her show, Tardy for the Party, was on longer than his football career. Okay? What do y'all think about that? It was on longer than his football career. It was short-lived in comparison. That's what I think. I can't. Anyway, a lot of people still did not like Kim for that. Okay, so we are going to talk. You guys don't have a whole lot to say. I never watched the show. I didn't watch the show either. From what I'm understanding, it had low ratings, but people loved it. There were some people that loved it and still watch. It still came in lower than anything that the Housewives of Atlanta actually did. He must have sucked at football. If y'all remember anything that Kroy did as a football player, please let me know. We know he played for the Atlanta Falcons, but he wasn't a big star on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sorry. So that was just it. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm waiting to see if y'all are giving me anything different, and you aren't. Someone said that, why don't he just leave her? Well, because I'll tell you why he's not going to leave her, Alice. If you are paying attention to the divorce paperwork, he is the one asking from her full custody of the children. He wants the house. He also wants alimony and child support. So he believes that she is more capable of going out and making money still in television than he could in anything that has to do with sports. So that says a lot as well. And she pointed that out one day when the police came. She was like, you don't have a job. And that was after she finished filming some crazy, reality show. She did something different, but he's not marketable at this moment in time. And he's damn sure not marketable if he's hitting her, period. Okay. He's not marketable if he's hitting her. So I just wanted to point that out. I heard of him before. You've heard of him before, Kim? Okay. I never heard of Kroy before Kim. I was introduced to Kroy on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then them dating. That's how I heard of his name. Not prior to that though. Okay, let's talk somebody else, child. Let's just get another name on the screen real fast. I had to go and do some digging to see if KeKe had been talking or saying anything different. Y'all know she came on live last night. She did a live where she said, ask me anything and I will tell you. I want to clear this up. She said that she could tell us why she was on the phone calls. But I think what she ended up saying is that she wanted to answer everybody in her fan base. She said, I want to answer everyone that was a part of my fan base that was reaching out to me, and that she asked her mom to help her out with that. And so in turn, her mom started answering the fans. And then it kind of, moved a little further into talking to the bloggers, because bloggers were reaching out to her. So she was talking to the bloggers, and that is how that happened. But she is kind of suggesting that her mother was taken advantage of by the bloggers, not really knowing their personalities or what was, what they were doing in recording her conversations maybe, or screenshotting conversations that she was having. Let's see. So I want to ask, someone said, hey, Purple Queen, I want to ask, oh, Purple Queen is in the chat. I want to ask how many people are, you still see it for KeKe. You want to see her win. I did a video yesterday morning where I said, listen, a lot of us really liked KeKe. A lot of us bought into the story. We wanted to see her do well, right? A lot of us did. And so I wanted to know from y'all, if you are still a KeKe fan and you are, you're waiting for this to blow over, for KeKe to continue in her journey on Love and Marriage Huntsville, put a 3 in the chat. And if you think that you're not so sure how to feel, let's just put it that way. If you're not sure how to feel, put a 5 in the chat. If the jury is still out, you're going to give her the benefit of the doubt until you hear a little bit more. Put a 5 in the chat. And okay. If you're still interested in KeKe, you support KeKe where she is right now, you're putting a 3. If I'm going to be nice and say, if the jury is still out, like you don't know what to think at this point, put a 5. And it looks like it's a mixed group right now. People are saying 3 and 5. Trending at some point said, I did want to see her do well. I could not claim to be a KeKe fan even before everything came out. So she's saying a 3. Okay. Okay. I appreciate that. All right. Someone said they're done. They said, I'm going to put a 1 in the chat. I'm just done with it. I'm putting a 1 in the chat. All right. That makes sense. Okay. It looks like there's a lot of people saying that the jury is still out for them, that they are still holding out hope. Okay. Even though things look bleak, it looks dark over there for KeKe. Oh, shoot. Somebody said, Kick rocks KeKe. Dang it. Not kick rocks. Why? Why, Lord? Listen. Kick rocks KeKe. They're not feeling her. Someone said that I am on the fence. I'm on the fence. I want her to win. I'm just not sure about her altogether. So you're really at a 5. You're at a 5. Somebody is putting double 1s. Somebody said all 0s. Okay, I didn't even give y'all an option of the 0s or the 1s, but I guess that the person who started with the 1 said, I'm done with her altogether. So I didn't even give that as an option for y'all. Done with it altogether. Okay, anyway, I bring all that up because y'all, we really didn't get to see KeKe's story. I told y'all yesterday in my video. Hopefully you got an opportunity to watch it. But I said, listen, at the end of the day, we bought into the KeKe wanting to be, a star and wanting to tell her story, right? We all like that KeKe wanting to tell her story, and she has not yet had an opportunity to do that. And now the Scotts are joking, in particular Marsau. He ended up posting this today. He said, I'm just waiting on the recorded conversations between the bloggers and the Scotts. Okay. So he's over there smelling his flowers, saying, y'all will never get us on a phone call with a blogger. And then I guess someone told him to focus on them damn lawsuits. And he said, my lawyer focuses on the lawsuits so that I can focus on these jokes. He's a clown. He said he is focusing on these jokes, that his lawyer focuses on the lawsuits. But it didn't stop there, y'all. He had more to say, child. Let's get into it. He ended up posting this. He said, when God said he gonna make our enemies our footstools, were we supposed to provide a list, or does he have one and we just supposed to put it in order of priority? Again, smelling the roses. I wish I knew what the hell he was doing with that white marking at the bottom of his face. It looks like he has, what is it called? Vitiligo? I just don't know what that is. Is it supposed to be a beard? What is it? It's weird. Okay. Let's see what people are saying. KeKe bad bloodline one. Oh. I don't find him funny. Okay. Natty says she don't find him funny. Well, child, he can come up with one. And now I've seen Melody laugh at him at least 3 times this season. When she went to that meeting where him and KeKe got into it, Melody leaned all the way back to laugh at Marsau. And she laughed at him at the restaurant the other day when he said, I could care less. Okay. He said, I'm not getting emotional over KeKe, over Stormy. He said, I could care less. I'm over it. Melody cracked her ass up over that too. So even though a lot of people may not find him funny, he can come up with some zingers, child. Just depends on the day. Let's see what else you guys got going on. Does Wanda still go live on YouTube? Child, I don't know. Keep talking to me in these comments. All right. KeKe had a response for him. I don't know what she meant by it, though. She said, man will provide you with jobs and everything. He is no doubt good. 100, 100, 100. Now, I don't know what KeKe was trying to say in response to that post. She wrote it underneath the post, though. She put it underneath the post, and it just seemed weird that she would come up with that. Let's see. If she comes back, then she should concentrate on her personal story. Marsau is a joke. I don't know if any man goes on social media and behaves this childish. Their family is so dysfunctional. So what do y'all think KeKe meant by this? Do you think she meant that she is moving forward with Love and Marriage Huntsville, that she will be a part of season 7? Okay, because I was just like, what does that mean? I have no idea what that meant. It was such a weird thing to say. It was a weird thing to say, but someone tried to ask her to please clarify. She ends up saying this: enemies as footstools. He will use them to help put a little money in your pocket. He will use them to help put a little money in your pocket. You know how, for example, you have family on the job, then you get introduced to that job because they were on the job first. KeKe, what the hell? They were on the job first. Then after you get that job too, the family turns on you and become your enemies. Like, this is an obvious scenario, sis. Okay, I'm still asking for help. What does that mean? Is she trying to say that God made the Scots her footstool? That's what I'm asking. Let's see. Just because KeKe messed up doesn't mean we like the Scots or the Scoots. They still come. They still the same snakes. Well, child, ain't nobody like them, but it is what it is. I shouldn't say ain't nobody like them. That's not true. They got some fans. You may not like them. There's a lot of people that do not like them. But this is confusing as hell to me. So when we say we don't like the Scots, are you saying you don't like the Scots and you're going to only like KeKe because you feel like KeKe's on the outs with the Scots? Because I want to remind everybody that KeKe, when she talks about her family and the Scots, she doesn't always speak about them in a, I don't ever want to deal with those people again kind of way. It feels like it's a very hurtful situation that she is not engaged with Tisha, that she doesn't have her friendship with Tisha anymore. That was what season 6A was all about. She said, I need you to forgive me, Tisha. I want us to go back to the way we used to be. We used to be sisters. And Tisha said, okay, I'm going to need to take baby steps, but let's try it. That was the scenario. That's what was laid in front of us. And quiet as kept, I know a lot of people are saying, I loved it when she threw the water and all that good stuff, right? But the reason why she wanted to help Tisha find out if Marsau was cheating is because she wanted Tisha to trust her again. That's why she called her and said, I want to talk to you, all of that stuff. She said she volunteered. That was the first story that came out. She said, I volunteered to find out the truth for Tisha, find out if Marsau was cheating, even though she sat at the table with Melody and said, I don't believe that he was. She did say that. Then she goes on to say, just like you did, Letitia, she was on Love and Marriage Huntsville and had you on a couple of episodes. Okay, so this is someone actually talking to KeKe. They said, KeKe, just like you did to Tisha, she was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, had you on a couple of episodes with her. Then when you thought you had landed a more permanent role on the show, you turned on your family. Shame on you. KeKe responded, nah, I didn't. Turn your shirt outside in. Oh, child. KeKe knows she can confuse people with these comments. They make no sense. And then Micah, which is, that one Scott brother that was helping Kimmy and Maurice, he said, probably so. Just let go and let God. Okay. Basically saying that God's just going to do what he's going to do. And then Marsau's going to have to put it in order. But right now he feels pretty good about the order it's flowing. He's saying that we're watching KeKe land on a razor blade. And he's enjoying the view from where he's sitting. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Let's see. KeKe talks in circles. Oh, yes, D. I know that, but I was asking everybody if anybody know what she was talking about. There's a lot of KeKe fans. What is she referring to when she says this? This is why I don't insert myself in people's marriages. Boom. I don't care if we're related or not, because some women will always turn on you for their man. Listen, everybody has a grandma or a great grandma or a big mama or somebody who tell you never get in the middle of anybody pulling sheets. Okay. Meaning you will never come on top. You will never win. You'll never win, child. And she had already been asked to stay out of the marriage, but she had inserted herself anyway. So we're asking what y'all think. Love KeKe said, I feel like she talks in circles because she isn't speaking the full truth. Okay. You have every right to feel that way. LaDon said, we're going to watch him land after this lawsuit. Marsau, the almighty. Okay. LaDon said, lawyer or no lawyer, get your ass back in the house and stay off the internet. We don't care what you think. If I put too many words in your mouth, LaDon, let me know. Let's see what else you guys are saying. S Shopper or C Shopper, the majority of the people on the show have lied about something. KeKe is no different. She got caught up in something and her mom talked to the wrong person. Move on, people. This is no longer a story for C Shopper. She said, move on. Who cares? You don't think that this is a big enough story to continue to follow? Now, we're going to see the aftermath of all of this play out, or at least, some of it tomorrow. That will be a part of tomorrow's episode. I'm actually looking forward to it. Since KeKe talks in circles, the Scott should definitely understand her because they talk in circles too. Okay. It's going to play out tomorrow. We're going to see it, right? We're going to see it. If you watched the video yesterday, we know that, some things have gone down. KeKe admitted to that. She was like, yeah, she did get upset. She said that yesterday in her live. I did get upset at something that Melody said, but after I slept on it, it was no big deal to me. Maybe I was just being overly emotional when it happened. And she was like, it was no big deal to me until I realized all of this stuff went down on the internet. And, she felt bad about it. She said, I felt bad about it, but I did not realize that it was going to blow up to this extent. And at the moment, I think she was saying, if you guys see the scene tomorrow, if everything plays out, it's not even going to seem like that big of a deal. She was just in her feelings. She said, y'all know I'm a hothead. I was just in my feelings. Okay. I am paraphrasing a bit, but this is how I heard it. I was in my feelings. I made something out of nothing. Okay. I made something out of nothing. I should have never even went there. I did. Sometimes people can be super emotional. Have you guys ever had one of those friends who they know how to get you emotional? They're emotional about something. You feel bad. You end up getting emotional. You start windmilling for them. And then you turn around and they're friends with the person they were talking about. Let's see. She felt bad, but remained mute, and she still hasn't given an adequate explanation. You don't feel like that's adequate for her to say, listen, I just went too far. I had an emotional moment. I went too far. I was being a hothead. That is who I am. Anthony may not know all of those things about me, and he was, feeding into my energy, or she was feeding into his energy, and it went too far. That's how I understood it. Went too far. And now she's saying, never should have been that. Never should have went there. Never should have went there. But in regards to what was specifically said, that is going to play out on the show tomorrow. That's what we're going to see on the show tomorrow. Let's see. Trending at some point said, yes, DYANAROZAY. This is why I already gave a disclaimer. Do not expect me to fall out with people just because someone else falls out with them, because I'm going to go look right, honey. Listen, at Trending with some point, you are smart, girl. If you've learned nothing else in life, sometimes when people have them moments, you got to pull back and recognize that moment may not be your moment. That doesn't belong to you. Some things you cannot carry. Some things belong only to them, because like you said, she is a person. I can see this. I can see this from watching the show. She is a person who might feel really, bad about something, or, feel like, okay, I could fight this person, or have a whole lot of energy for something. And then the next day, it looks like it rolls off her back. She doesn't look like somebody who carries it. It looks like she would mostly like to be friends with people, right? Even that meeting she had with Tiffany, if y'all remember, at the end of the meeting, she was telling Tiffany, talk to anybody about me. You can ask anybody about me. I'm not this kind of person. And Tiffany, even though she did not pick up on it, KeKe could not pick up on Tiffany's shade. Tiffany was shading her when she said, I promise you, I will never ask anybody about you. And she went, no, what I'm saying is if you ever, she went, and I'm telling you, I'm never going to ask anybody about you. She's letting her know I'm done with you. I could care less. That is how Tiffany was coming off. But a lot of people didn't catch that. People say that I'm HR. I told y'all from the beginning, if y'all follow me, I said, Tiffany, give them HR moments where she will shut your ass down and she'll walk away with a smile on her face. But people aren't paying attention that she is dogging you when she says it. And she absolutely was. She was saying, I'm never going to ask about you because you and I are in the same place we were before. I don't care. Oh, Cookie from the Shy said, I caught it. Thank you, Cookie. Child, when I gave that review, there were so many people saying, you're giving her too much. I went, y'all just don't know Tiffany. Tiffany shades people with a smile on her face. Okay. She likes to play, the I'm smarter than you game. And it was funny because, KeKe was sitting there saying she doesn't have as much education as me. She's not as smart as me, but she was not picking up what Tiffany was throwing at her. Okay. Purple Queen said, I definitely caught it. Thank you. I knew some of y'all did. I was like, ooh, I felt like I was getting punched in the gut every time they started talking. I was like, she's not paying attention to anything. There was one part of the show, if y'all was watching, where she literally says to her, I told people that I don't like you, and I wouldn't be friends with somebody like you. And Stormy is over there eating that fruit or that cheese, whatever the hell she was eating. And she spun her head and looked over at Tiffany so fast, like, girl, are you trying it? And I was like, she is. She's letting her know. I got this baby in my hand. I got these Queen Latifah braids, and I don't give a damn. That's what I picked up. But anyway, we're going to talk about this tomorrow because, of course, we're going to go live after the show, just like we did last week. We're going to have a good ass time. We're going to be talking about the show and everything that's on it. And we'll see. Okay. 525 of you are in the chat right now. I hope that you join the chat. Okay. Become a subscriber, join the chat. Let me know what you are thinking. I'll get your comments up on the screen here. I'll pin them up here. All right. Miss Main Event said, I think KeKe would rather be friends with people. Problem is, KeKe is explosive, and that can be damaging to a person. 2 hours later, KeKe is calm, but the destruction is left behind. Thank you, Main Event. That's what I saw. That's what I see too. I think that she actually is one of those people that she is super emotional, gets emotional in the moment, may even threaten in the moment, but when it's all said and done, she's like, let's go get a hamburger, or let's go get a drink, or she doesn't feel like it's as bad as it came across, right? I look at all sides and then I make my own judgment. My opinions change as I learn more. I may not watch next season. Okay, Deborah. And I'm happy that you are saying you make your own judgments and your own opinions. Again, I said this at the very beginning, and I hope that everybody's paying attention. I'm not telling you guys to agree with me or disagree. I'm saying have an opinion because that's what I like when I watch the show. Have your own opinions. We can all talk. There may be things that I see that you didn't and vice versa. That's how it works. Okay. Let's see. KeKe filmed group scenes the first half of the season, just scenes with Mel and Stormy. The second half, no explanation provided on the show. Well, I think that after she threw the water in Tisha's face, I think that ended all scenes between her and Tisha and the Scott family. So there's that. That's probably why we don't see her filming with anyone else anymore. She had threatened Tiffany as well. So that was, and she said that Tiffany was coming after her too. So, okay, we got that. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, let's talk Destiny Payton, y'all. Let's talk Destiny. 314. I actually have 517 of you in the in the chat. So keep hitting that like button, please, and thank you. I appreciate you guys. I did a video earlier today. It was the sister review. Hopefully you had an opportunity to watch it, but if not, please check it out. Some good stuff was in there, okay? Here you go. This is the sister review. This is what the thumbnail looks like. A lot of people were asking after you guys watched that sister review, did Melody not want the revenge P talked about on the show? Well, that's something we have to see, right? But this is what we know for sure right now. This is what we know right now for sure. The revenge P, all of that stuff came out during the time they were filming, right? Or right before filming, right? And even though it was out, it's not being mentioned right now in season 6B. So when Melody is on screen in episode 28 and she's in her confessional and she said, everybody knows what's going on between me and Martell right now. Everybody knows what's going on between me and Martell right now. I don't have to tell you. She's saying it to production. I'm not having this conversation. She's saying it to her castmates, in particular, Nell, Chris. Y'all know we're not friends right now. We aren't talking. Don't tie me together. Don't put me in any activities, no joint activities. Don't do anything, right? She's saying to them, I'm not down with this play mess when it comes to Martell. Martell has pushed the final button with me. This is the last straw. And I'm expecting y'all to be grown and not put me in situations where you're acting like this is cool, right? And that's a big deal, in my opinion. So if she's saying that and she's kind of speaking around that part, that's a big deal. She also said when she did the day of revelation, the live, she talked to everybody and she said, this is what's going on. She also said, this is a legal matter. This is a legal matter right now. Everything's been given to my lawyer. I will not speak on it again. So when things are typically legal matters, the last thing you would do is bring it to television, of course. You don't want to have any more conversation about it because you don't want to give people a chance to cover things up or to do something else. So my guess, but again, we still have more episodes to go. My guess is that she's probably saying this is a legal matter for her on the show when she's not talking about it. Y'all remember when it came out that Marsau was, allegedly bumping Tisha's makeup artist, production jumped into that right away and said, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. They ended up talking to the makeup artist. They ended up asking for more information so that they could bring it to the show. And they did bring it to the show. Even though Tisha and Marsau didn't talk about it, they brought it to the show through everyone else. Well, now they seem like they were asking very direct questions in confessional. There was a scene with Martell in particular, y'all. Y'all should go back and watch it if you missed it. But when they make it to the house, Mel arrives at the house first, right? She arrives at the house first. And she tells, I think Chris made some joke like, oh, you're not cool with my boy or something like that. And Mel said, well, this is a perfect opportunity to retell you, okay, to say this again. Perfect opportunity to communicate. This is not a joke. Do not do anything that's going to put me and Martell together. Then we get Martell in confessional. And if you guys were paying attention, Martell is super fidgety. We don't know exactly what production asked, but he keeps like adjusting his suit jacket and rubbing his face. Y'all have to go back and check out that scene if you missed it. He's leaning back and forth. It was crazy. I kid you not. And then he says something like, it doesn't bother me if Melody is in the room or not. I don't care. I don't care. He said that like repeatedly. And I was like, oh, shoot, they must have asked him something that's gotten him twitching. He was in that seat twitching. And thank y'all. Hit that like button, please. 559 of you are watching. He was very uncomfortable, and his mouth was saying one thing, but his eyes were saying another. Like his eyes almost bucked open, and he was given a "I wish a mother would" kind of face, like he wanted to fight almost. I was like, uh-oh, they didn't ask Martell something he didn't like. And I got the impression they may have asked him about, This is just a guess. I'm not sure, because the only thing that Melody did in that moment was give him the peace sign, like, I'm not talking to you. We all know why she's not talking to you. And she even said it herself. She posted it. Y'all remember that? I think she posted it ahead of the scene. She let everybody know. It was by God's grace that I could even stay out of prison and show up to work to make my coins, versus letting what he did, Martell did, keep her ashamed, embarrassed, and in the house. She said that's not cool. So she's letting us know. She filmed this scene right after this, right? And Martell is bouncing around in that damn seat in confessional now that he's in the house with her, bouncing around in that seat, looking absolutely crazy, okay? Rubbing his face, rubbing his eye, pulling at that tight ass suit jacket. It was funny. It was funny. Martell is scared. So that was what I got out of it. That's what I got out of it. So we'll see what happens next. But we're watching all of this go down right now. I know a lot of people, again, sometimes people can get a little annoyed because things seem to move slow, or you want more information. But, I'm a people watcher. I like to watch how people interact with people. I like to see, expressions on the face. I like to see if you jumping around when you talk. All of that. I read body language. I read body language perfectly. Okay. Thank you, Jenny. She said, I love the sister reviews. Yep. I love my sister reviews too. I love my sister. I know that I get on her nerves because I'd be like, we got to get this sister review done. So she was really sweet in helping me get this one out for this morning. She is amazing. I love my sister. But anyway, let's pay attention to Martell tomorrow. He tried to throw everybody off guard when he shows up at that damn table, at the breakfast table with his ring on, right? With this ring on. All he does is smile and shows his hand, and it puts everybody back into the same place they were. A lot of you were saying, well, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Well, when you're in a group setting like that, you may know when you're like doing a one-on-one, but when you're in a group setting like that, let's see. Thank you, Pacino Rules. She said, you and Clone noted some things that I missed. Yes, that's why we're here, child. But yeah, he came to that table with that ring on his finger, and that's all he knew he needed to do. Because if y'all pay attention, which I know y'all do, I know y'all love this show like I love this show. But since season 1, Martell has always had the reputation from all of his castmates as the person that does way too much, right? We get it from Marsau too, but Martell has that type of personality as well. He likes to start mess, and he will come in, and he knew he didn't even have to say anything. All he had to do was put up the ring. I thought he had that surgery around his eyes. What's going on with them eyes? Those eyes look a hot ass mess. But if you listen, Angela, if you missed the Eagle Eye review, then you make sure you join the sister review. We're going to talk about it either way. So yeah, he still ended up, just all he had to do was sit there at the table and drink his orange juice. And that's when everybody else started kicking in for him. Oh, Martell, Martell, Martell. He's sitting there with a smirk on his face. Look at that little maniacal grin he got on his face. He got that maniacal grin on his face, just watching it all go down, watching everybody act crazy. And the second he did it, I think somebody said it was Tisha who started in with, are you wearing a ring on your finger? And then, of course, Nell has something to say. And then Kimmy got something to say. And it's like Melody was sitting up there like, wait a minute. Didn't I ask y'all? Didn't I ask y'all? But she's also getting, a good idea of what's going to happen next, because they didn't even pair her with him. They're just sitting at the breakfast table. And that's all it took for Martell to get it started. And Kimmy's looking her in the face. Is that the ring for real, Melody? And she's like, I don't know. But also keep in mind, everybody still knows. Everybody knows what happened, right? Hey, Simply Beautiful. She said, Diana, I said the same thing about those damn eyes. Yeah, those eyes are a mess, child. He need to go get his money back if he really got surgery. That was ugly. That was ugly. He just had surgery. Oh, somebody said that he just had surgery. Remember, y'all be in Texas. Okay, so maybe they're saying that he still had to heal. Whew. All right. All right, now let's talk Destiny. We're gonna finish this up. I think that Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to end strong. Okay, even with everything that's going on, even though there's just a little bit of scandal in the streets right now. Actually, there's always scandal in the streets for Love and Marriage Huntsville. There is always a cast scandal, always. It never stops. So it is what it is. All right. So let's talk Destiny Payton, y'all. Oh boy, I could not believe my eyeballs. Listen, wasn't it just earlier this year? I think this is from April of this year, 2020 damn 3. Destiny sitting there with that talking about how much she is in love with some Moses, right? Happy birthday to one of the realest men I know. They truly just don't make them like you anymore. You deserve the world and more. I pray your day is amazing as you are. Hashtag Moses. Hashtag it's law. Oh my gosh. Child, let me tell y'all something. As a woman, you really don't want, even if y'all weren't meant to be together, you really don't want a man to leave you and then within months, weeks, days, find somebody else and propose to them. It's a bad look. It is a bad look for you. Okay? And she already had a bad look. And she gave us that information when she said on the damn reunion stage in front of millions, okay, at least a million, that she was served with divorce papers while sitting in her own driveway getting some sun for the baby because of the pandemic. She was like, I was just sitting in the driveway, and she said that her husband at the time was in the house. And every time I hear that, I always think that he's like upstairs looking out a window, petting a cat like Gargamel, just looking down and watching her get served with paperwork. Okay? That's what I'm thinking. How in the hell did you get served in the driveway while he was in the house? And then she goes back in the house and pretends like it didn't even happen. She didn't mention it. She said nothing. It was crazy. I was laughing my butt off. I wasn't laughing at first, though, I have to say. When I first heard it, I was in shock. I was like, what? 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 But I kept asking, well, what the hell? What is going on? This is his first child. It's your first child. Usually, a baby will bring you closer together for a few minutes any damn way. I know they say a baby won't keep you together, but it'll bring you together for a few minutes because you get to play house. They couldn't even play house good for them first couple of months. He wanted her gone. Get out. All right. And she told that story on, I forgot that channel name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Them girls, or what is it called? You guys tell me in the chat. I know it's Bondi Blue, Jamie, that's me. Niecy Dixon. Anyway, she had told that story on that channel. And I sat there with my mouth completely open. I could not believe it. Thank you. Thank you. Hit that like button, please. And thanks. Y'all love to come over here and listen, but y'all be trying to play in my face. That's what the kids say. Y'all be playing in my damn face by not hitting that like button. Hit the like button, please. All right? I shouldn't have to beg for like. I can't. Thank you. I feel like I need to put a cigarette in my mouth and point. Put your damn hand on the like button. Push the button. Okay, it's called the Ooh Ladies First panel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for telling me that. Okay. I'm exhausted. Okay. Anyway, she told that story and more. She told a whole lot of stuff about what was going on with her and her ex at the time. And it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. And it felt really weird and uncomfortable that it seemed like she was a prisoner in her own house. That's what it sounded like. But she also shared the story about how he had asked for DNA. He asked for blood work right after she had given birth. Now, this is just stuff I'm repeating. It's stuff that I'm repeating that came out of her own mouth before anybody get upset in the comments. She had said all those things. And people wanted to know, well, damn, what was going on over there? I asked the question, what happened? What happened? What did you do? Not that you had to do anything, but the person that you presented yourself as when you showed up on screen, the "it could never happen to me" kind of person, the "I don't play these games" kind of person, when she told that story, it really made you think, what am I missing? Who is Destiny if this was okay? If this was okay, right? And then by the time her interview was all over, said and done, she said, it wasn't just his fault. I don't want anybody just blaming him or attacking him or beating him up. I played a part in it too. Well, not according to the story you just told, child. Now I don't know what to believe. This was horrible. But then she said she got a real one. She said that she wasn't with the right man. Okay? She wasn't with the right man. And then she ended up finding this gentleman, Moses, and she said she is with a real man now, with a real man. Okay. And she even brought him on the show. We saw him on her phone. They did a little side by side, but he never came on the show. And after that, I think that reunion, when Carlos King said, "Why aren't you bringing Moses on the show?" Because maybe he was invited. Destiny said, well, he didn't want to come. Well, now we know. Y'all think he might have been dating two people at the same time? Damn. There's Moses. There he is with that, he's still a part of the beard gang. He's still a part of the beard gang, okay? And he is, I don't know, maybe he likes to be behind the scenes with the producers, maybe. Okay? Uh-oh. Somebody said, I'm not going to laugh at Destiny, but she deserves everything she's getting. Whew, let me stop laughing. Mel gave you a platform and Destiny betrayed Mel for no reason. Melly helped her financially, and I believe Mel was hurt. Well, damn, let me just say, Mel has been promoting LeBeric all up and down these damn social media streets. She even had the baby at the house the other day celebrating her son's birthday. Okay, she had Destiny's baby at the house. So I should say that LeBeric had Destiny's baby at Mel's house celebrating Melody's son's birthday. I was like, ooh, child, these subliminal messages be hitting hard as hell. But y'all, he done put a ring on it. He said it is time for him to take this good man and make somebody a wife. And they posted this. They said the wedding is coming in 2024. She is a wifey. Wifey manifestation, blessed, valued. Her name is Sunny. She said the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. And I prayed my whole life for this. I refused to settle for less because I knew I was a wife and I just needed the right man to see me through. Okay. Or the right man to see me. She needed the right man to see her as a wife. Just happened to be the man that Destiny was dating. She said, people told me that I was crazy for waiting on marriage in today's times, but I knew that my faith in the Lord would not lead me astray. Patience is a virtue. And now I truly understand why good things come to those who wait. God has truly blessed me with the desires of my heart and with my heart with this one. Ladies, it doesn't take years to get a ring from a man. Nope, it certainly does not. It took her a couple of weeks. If he knows what he wants, if he sees value, your value, and is led with God's purpose, then he gonna put a ring on it. It's official. I'm off the market now. You can call me Mrs. Monroe today. I got my forever spades partner. I told y'all one day I would pop up married, and now the wedding is coming soon in 2024. Baby. Embarrassing. I'm just gonna say it. That's embarrassing. And y'all check this out. She's not only a producer, but she's also a singer. She got a music video up on YouTube. a whole music video on YouTube called All I Ever Needed. I can't play it because, I don't want any type of copyright issues, but y'all need to go on over there and check it out. She's a singer, y'all. She is a singer. Who else was trying to be a singer in these damn streets? Destiny. Destiny was trying to be a singer. I think she is younger. I think she is older than Moses. I actually do. I think she's older than Moses, but that's okay. This lady got it all the way right. She is a singer. She's a producer. She just got her PhD for real. Okay. She got her PhD in entertainment and something. And then she got an honorary PhD from a college in Missouri. I think it's the same college that Melody got her PhD from. Destiny was trying to be a singer. Well, I'm just going to say that she has a music video up, okay? And she doesn't sound bad. She has a good voice. She sure do. She has a good voice. Pacina Rue said, I hope that she is protecting herself, okay? Yes, I understand, y'all. I understand. What do y'all got to say about that? You can't go around talking about you found yourself a real one, real man this, real man that, trying to take shots at your ex. And that real man walks right out of your life with the shoes you bought and put a ring on somebody else's damn finger. That's humiliating. I'm sorry. That is. It's humiliating. Somebody said, is Moses a twin? Because it's not making sense. What? That's her man, child. That's her man. And let me tell you something else. Less than 4 weeks ago, Destiny was in the comment section saying congrats on Sunny's PhD on that march down the aisle to get her degree. She said, congrats, Sunny. You see Tisha up there. Letitia said, congratulations. You've been killing it this year. You've been killing it, okay? You can got Moses out here in these streets on one knee. Look at them loafers on. He out here on one knee proposing to folks. I love this. I love it. Okay? Like this kind of love. This is hilarious. It's hilarious. Period. Period, boo. Period, boo. Okay, let's see what you guys are talking about. Oh, somebody said that man is after the bag. We don't know what he does for a living. That's true. We don't. He lived in St. Louis, and she was saying she was in a long distance relationship. But Sunny appears to live in Huntsville. That's where a lot of her information is. He may live in Huntsville now. Wouldn't that be something? He didn't find it cool enough to move until after. Let's see, at DYANAROZAY, Moses and Destiny wanted the same thing. They both wanted someone to take care of them. Ooh. Now, Marilyn, I'm going to say this is all alleged. Let me get my banner back up here because I really don't know nothing about that man outside of he was on the show talking to Destiny. I know that if he did have money, he didn't let Destiny borrow any. I know that. Unfortunately, she got herself into some trouble. So she didn't feel like she could ask him for any. Sunny put 10. Too many. Too many hashtags. He's going to embarrass her. Whoo! Shoo. Okay. Let me just say, I wish Sunny the best. You think Sunny might be just, she might have said she found somebody to answer her prayers and she didn't realize he might not be the one. That's what it looks like y'all saying. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best for everybody involved. I heard the same about, yes, child. You're right. You put a pair of shoes on a man and they'll walk right out your life. Now, Destiny was saying, she was making it out like that man was everything. That I think I even heard her say, if I'm not mistaken, if I were to get married again, because she was kind of, actually, she said that she wanted to get married again. She said, even though she had a hard time with that first marriage, she still was in love with love, and that she just needed a man that could really handle her. And she believed that Moses was the person. Plot twist. What if Moses and Sunny brought LeBeric's home. Oh, I just have to say, that's just way too many public ills. That's way too many public ills, period. Okay? Did any of the cast members know that they were seeing each other? I'm going to have to think yes at some point. You want to know why? Because they all seem to be paying attention to her, saying that, I think it was Tisha who said, you've been doing your thing this year. Okay, you've been killing it this year. So somebody knows something. Somebody knows something. They just locked eyes and probably, fell in love with each other. That happens. So y'all believe at love at first sight? If you believe in love at first sight, let's do a poll. We're going to do our last poll for this evening. If you believe at love at first sight, okay, and you think that maybe he was, somewhere around when they were filming and he just happened to see her and was thinking, damn, I can't get my mind off of her. He broke up with Destiny. He ended up looking up her credentials on the website, found them, put himself in Huntsville, made himself known, and just happened that way, okay? Oh, somebody said no already before I even gave y'all a number. If you believe in love at first sight, put an 8 in the chat, okay? And if you do not believe in love at first sight, if you think that he set his sights on her, okay, put a 10 in the chat. Put a 10 in the chat. Love at first sight, he just saw her and decided he had to have it, 8. Oh, 10. Okay, 1, 2. Y'all, the 10s got it. The 10 said that it didn't happen. We don't even know the real story. And the 10s are saying under no circumstances did it happen. Oh, Kevin said attraction at real sight, maybe, but that's where it ends. Okay. Oh, Love KeKe said plot twist. What about her setting her sights on him? Child, that could be, right? What if Destiny had that phone call on the set and she had to, zoom that camera in real quick? And she was the one who thought, damn, that's a fine looking man. We will see. Anyways, y'all, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come and hang out with y'all on a Friday evening, okay? And see what y'all had going on, what y'all thoughts were on all of this. Now I know we talked about Kim and Kroy and what they got going on in their lives right now. At least what the public is being let into right now. I don't think that this just happens out of nowhere. I get that he may be angry, Kroy, but I think that he should leave the house if he feels like he has to put his hands on anybody. I think that it's a little different. And especially if your children are calling the police, your children knew to call 911 and say that my dad is hitting my mom. That's not good. Okay. So we talked about them. Who else did we talk about? We just talked about Destiny. We also talked a little bit about Melody Cherie and the upcoming season, what's going on with Martell, and whether or not they're actually going to bring up the words Revenge P on the show. That is still yet to be seen. But right now, knowing what we know, that all of this is taking place before the Houston trip, and Melody basically saying, don't put me in any situation with Martell, will they actually discuss it? If y'all watch my sister review, I told y'all that Melody was pissed. Melody was pissed when Nell said based on relationships and situations. Look at Melody's face. Right after she said based on relationships and situations, Melody gave her a look like, are you serious, girl? And then she like rolled her eyes and stuck her lips out. So that's what you do when you real, just like, ugh, I can't. That's the I can't look. She was pretty ticked at Nell for doing that. But we get to see what happens tomorrow. We talked about Martell and him being a complete fidget in his seat. He wants people to think that he's cool, that him and Mel are cool, that they still talking. But we all know better. But he was a fidgety ass mess in that seat. And then we talked about Keke Jabbar and Marsau, her cousin-in-law. Tisha's her first cousin. She used to say that her and Marsau were very close, that they used to have intellectual conversations all the time, way more than anything that her and Tisha talked about. She said her and Marsau used to have deeper conversations than anything that she and Tisha used to share. Okay. So we talked about her, and we are going to see what happens tomorrow. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll come on and on live and tell us, give us a little more insight into things. Okay. And then, of course, we talked about Miss Destiny and what she has going on. Okay. So outside of that, y'all, I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming on here and spending a little time rocking with DYANAROZAY. 467 of you are here in the chat. As it goes down, keep hitting that like button, okay? Thank y'all for rocking with DYANAROZAY for a little bit over an hour and spending some time, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to have fun tomorrow, right after Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? But outside of that, thank you to all of my mods for coming out and hanging with me tonight. And then, of course, all of you in the chat who were having a good old time and watching in the bushes in case you didn't get a chance to talk in the chat. I love y'all, okay? Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and share it. And I will see you all on the next one.